Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live at 5.
We had a brisk shot of winter leveled at us on this Monday, but this is nothing compared to what's headed our way. Let's get more on the forecast from Hutch.
Andrea, thanks so much. We're enjoying some sunshine to close out our Monday after it started very icy and very windy as well. Just kind of a blustery day, but closing off our winter solstice with a bang. Here is a look at the winter storm watch. It takes effect tomorrow night late into Wednesday. Combination of wind and snow, and Arctic air is going to be making its way in as well. More on that momentarily. Right now, temperatures are cool in western Minnesota. Teens there, warmer in the James River Valley where it's got to near 40 degrees. Still a little gusty in places, particularly the Sisseton Hills in the last hour. Still gusts over 20 miles per hour there, and any breeze at all in the chilly air of Minnesota, making it feel like single digits. So bundle up. There's the storm system out to the west beginning to take shape, and it impacts your weather, but not until tomorrow night. I'll have hour-by-hour details on that. Your sunset tonight, 441. Temperatures sneaking down into the teens by bedtime tonight. And it does look like we'll have a south wind taking hold and developing some warmer weather before the storm. So a nice warm-up tomorrow. I'll have details on that and fill you in hour-by-hour style the details on Wednesday's wintry weather here in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Hutch. Fargo police are investigating after responding to a report of gunshots near Trollwood Park last night. Officers noticed a vehicle that matched the caller's description, but the driver took off. That vehicle is believed to have been stolen on December 7th when the owner had started the vehicle in the parking lot of Baker Gardens. Police are investigating another case involving gunshots, this one from early Sunday morning. Officers noticed a large group of people in the courtyard of the Arbors and then gunshots. They arrested 47-year-old Kelvin Antoine and found the rifle they believe he used in the incident. He faces multiple charges. No injuries were reported. Officers are still looking for a second suspect with a handgun. If you have any information, please call Fargo Police. A window has now been replaced after vandals smashed U.S. Senator John Hoeven's office door at the Skywalk in downtown Fargo. Fargo police say the incident had to happen sometime between 6 p.m. on Friday, December 18th, and this morning around 9 a.m. They're working with state Capitol Police since they're the only ones who have access to a nearby camera. Fargo police say it doesn't appear anyone got into the office. Officials say no one was hurt in a two-alarm fire early this afternoon north of Fargo. The call came in just after 1 for a fire on 40th Avenue North. A passerby saw smoke coming from the building and alerted authorities. The fire marshal on scene told us that some trailers were damaged in the fire, but a full damage estimate is not known at this time. Cass County Highway 20 was briefly closed due to smoke blowing across the road. Help is on the way for millions of struggling Americans. Congress has finally agreed on a pandemic relief package that includes direct payments to many Americans. Along with the COVID relief bill, Congress is working to pass a $1.4 trillion funding plan to keep the government running through September of next year. Alice Barr has the latest from Washington.
With a deal in hand, Congress is racing to pass a $900 billion COVID relief bill before another midnight government shutdown deadline. After months of gridlock, the package is a lifeline for millions of struggling Americans set to lose federal benefits the day after Christmas.
The American people have waited long enough.
The bill includes a new round of stimulus checks. People making less than $75,000 a year will get $600, plus the same for any child, adding up to $2,400 for the average family of four. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin.
People are going to see this money the beginning of next week. I expect it's needed in a short period of time, and I think this will take us through the recovery.
Some lawmakers in both parties had pushed for larger checks.
It is so little, so late.
But that was a deal breaker for fiscal conservatives. The package also gives an additional $300 a week in unemployment benefits, along with billions for small businesses, vaccine distribution, and schools. Democrats insist this is not the end, banking on a larger rescue package next year after President-elect Joe Biden takes office.
Anyone who thinks this bill is enough hasn't heard the desperation in the voices of their constituents, has not looked into the eyes of a small business owner on the brink of ruin.
For now, a final push to carry desperately needed emergency relief over the finish line.
The White House says President Trump will sign the relief bill into law once it reaches his desk. Vice President-elect Kamala Harris is campaigning in Georgia today. With just 15 days to go until Georgia's critical runoff election, Harris is lending her support to the two Democratic Senate candidates there. The runoff races taking place on January 5th will determine which party controls the Senate. Already more than 1 million voters have cast early ballots.
As far as I'm concerned, Georgia, Columbus, 2020 ain't over until January 5th. That's when 2020 will be over. That's when we'll get this thing done.
Harris is stressing that everything is at stake in this election. The University of North Dakota is offering a walk-up COVID-19 testing event tomorrow. It's taking place between 9 in the morning and 5 in the afternoon at UND's High Performance Center. All ages are welcome, even if you don't have symptoms. Anyone who previously tested negative is invited to be tested again. Christmas is days away, and there's a need for volunteers to deliver meals in the FM Metro. Many agencies had to stop delivering daily meals because of the pandemic. And now this year, many churches will not be giving out a Christmas Day meal. Valley News Team's Callie Hubbard explains.
We've got all the routes laid out with the volunteers' names.
Many have been hit hard with the COVID-19 pandemic, including Sheena Nelson and her Meals on Wheels team at Valley Senior Services in North Fargo. Each volunteer would normally drop off a hot meal Monday through Friday, but this past week, the Broadway location lost 8 volunteers, putting a strain on being able to deliver food.
If they didn't get this service, a lot of them might be eating, frozen dinners, pizza. They might not be eating at all. A lot of times our clients are socially isolated, so the Meals on Wheels volunteer might be the only person that they see throughout the day.
Nelson says the number of referrals has gone up dramatically, creating more routes that need help. Access to holiday meals is limited this year. Places like First United Methodist Church made the move because of COVID restrictions. The Salvation Army told us their phones have been ringing like crazy for meals on Christmas Eve from 11 to 12:30 p.m. And the New Life Center has Christmas Day food pickup from 12 to 12:30. Nelson saying Meals on Wheels will be delivering on Christmas Eve, serving extra meals for those who may need some on Christmas Day.
We've had a great community support with people wanting to help out during the pandemic, which we've been greatly appreciative of. It's always changing.
Hoping to get more volunteers to give back to the community during the hard times of the pandemic. In North Fargo, Callie Hubbard, Valley News Live.
Each route consists of about 8 to 10 stops and will take around 30 to 45 minutes. If you're interested in volunteering, you can download our VNL News app and click on this story. The Salvation Army calls it their annual D-Day or Delivery Day when they distribute items across the country to the families who've signed up this past year. In this area, more than 800 families came to the Fargo Dome to pick up boxes of food and bags of toys.
We're providing not just physical toys or not just physical activities for these families. We're providing hope and stability in a time where we don't have a lot of that.
Fargo Police were also on hand to help load the food and toys into the waiting cars. And a big thanks to everyone who has joined us in helping the Great Plains Food Bank. So far, our virtual food drive raised more than $17,000, but you can still donate through New Year's. If you're willing to help, there are a number of items you can purchase and donate right from your phone. Download our free VNL News app, look for the virtual food drive, and then click to donate. Still to come, chaos for travelers and holiday packages as the UK tries to contain a new strain of coronavirus.
And it is the winter solstice. It's the day when the angle of the sun is in the farthest southern sky. It's also the day with the fewest hours of daylight. It was a beauty. A little breezy, though, with 50-mile-per-hour gusts down in the Sisseton Hills and in Wheaton. I'll have details on a warm-up before the storm next.